It's not often a music industry titan willingly gives out their personal phone number on national TV. But then again, battles-related guilt is a real thing on NBC's The Voice. While he was forced to choose Kiara Vega over Mor Ilderton during the first night of battles on Monday night's episode, coach Michael Bublé gave the latter a hearty hug and his digits, encouraging Ilderton to stay in touch. "Thank you for everything," Ilderton said in what he believed to be his final words of parting. "The advice that I've gotten from you, how much I've learned, God is so good." Before he could leave the stage, however, the contestant received quite the pleasant surprise when Gwen Stefani pressed her steal button. "I just had to steal more," Stefani said. "I just got this feeling like, I know what to do with that guy." My favorite thing about Mor's voice is it just has a unique, raspy, undone tone. When you hear music out there, his voice feels like what's happening now in the world. Given the fact that Ilderton was no longer going home, The Voice host Carson Daly tore up the piece of paper containing Bublé's digits. "It was the wrong number anyway," he joked. As the stage lights were turned down, a gentle glow was spread across the area, and the anticipation that was building up in the studio was obvious. The evening of The Voice battles had arrived, and Team Bublé was about to enter the stage as the most prominent group. Michael Bublé, who is the instructor of Kiara Vega and Mor Ilderton, made a brilliant decision when he decided to pair them together. The song in question was Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, a spooky ballad that was intended to provide both singers the opportunity to demonstrate their emotional range and vocal range. This performance would shortly send chills down everyone's spine, but the audience had no idea that it would happen so soon. Michael Bublé, who is renowned for his smooth voice and immaculate taste, had been extremely careful in preparing his pair for them to perform at this moment. During the rehearsals, he had emphasized that the song was about being vulnerable and connecting with friends and family. "You will be the master of this stage if you are able to make the audience feel every word you say." Snoop Dogg, who was joined by him for the purpose of mentoring, provided advice that was both surprising and insightful, which brought a distinctive flavor to their coaching sessions. While this was going on, Reba McEntire and Gwen Stefani were standing on the other side of the stage, watching closely with their experienced eyes ready to evaluate. Kiara took the stage as the first strum of the acoustic guitar reverberated throughout the recording studio. Her voice was smooth and velvety as she summed the first few words of the performance. Everyone was immediately drawn in by her ethereal tone, which carried a soft vulnerability that drew them into her. She appeared to be reliving the song's sadness as she closed her eyes, demonstrating that she owned the melancholy of the lyrics. After that, Mor joined in, and his deep baritone offered a startling contrast to the previous one. The heavenly tone of Kiara was well complemented by his voice, which had a rough, gravelly edge that conveyed the experience of sorrow and perseverance. Their harmonies were nothing short of magnificent when they were performed together. It was as if their voices were constructing a tapestry of emotion, with each note resonating with the audience on a level that was at once profoundly intimate and impersonal. The coaches leaned in closer, visibly enthralled. While whispering, Gwen Stefani's eyes sparkled with tears that she had not yet wept. "They're incredible together," she said. While she was nodding her head in agreement, Reba McEntire placed her hand on her chest. It was as the song built up to its famous chorus that the voices of the two artists blended together in such a way that they rose and fell together like waves smashing on the coast. The soaring high notes that Kiara played carried with them a sense of yearning, while Mor's presence provided a profound dimension to the performance itself. It was impossible to deny the sense of synergy that existed between them. It was a delicate balance of strength and sensitivity that took their performance above the realm of simple vocal performance. The tone in the room had completely changed by the time they arrived at the bridge they were approaching. The audience, which had been in a state of calm awe up until that point, started to offer modest cheers, and their ovation became increasingly louder with each passing instant. Not even the production crew, who consisted of seasoned veterans who had witnessed everything, could resist pausing for a moment to take in the magic that was taking place in front of them. A silence that was so profound that it felt hallowed was left behind after the final note, which hung in the air like a prayer that was murmured. Kiara and Mor stood together, their hands briefly brushing in a moment of unspoken support and triumph without any words being exchanged. The enchantment was finally broken as the audience exploded into a resounding standing ovation upon hearing the performance. "Wow," Gwen Stefani exhaled, clearly impacted by the experience. "That was indescribable," she said. "We went on a trip thanks to the two of you." Additionally, Reba McEntire was really enthusiastic. "You have made Iris your own, even if I have heard it 1,000 times before. That is the action that great artists do." The hands of Michael Bublé were clenched together as he beamingly displayed his pride. "The bar has been set extremely high by you tonight. Both of you have my utmost admiration and admiration." Snoop Dogg, who was known for being a wild card, smiled and leaned over his microphone. "You guys really brought the vibe," I said. "I was blown away by how smooth, soulful, and explosive that was. Due respect." A multitude of the other contenders gathered behind the platform to offer their congratulations to the two individuals, their expressions displaying a mixture of wonder and admiration. Not only did it appear that this performance had left an indelible impact on the audience, but it was also evident that it had left an indelible mark on everyone who had the luxury of experiencing it live. The days that followed were filled with footage and praise for Kiara and Mor's duet, which was shared on social media everywhere. It was praised as one of the most memorable performances in the history of the program by both enthusiastic fans and critical reviewers alike. "Team Bublé's performance of Iris gave me chills," tweeted one viewer regarding the show. "Every single ounce of feeling they put into that song was something that you could feel." The performance was so emotional that the Goo Goo Dolls themselves took the time to leave a note on their official account, expressing their appreciation for the performance. "I was completely blown away by the wonderful rendition of Iris that was performed on The Voice last night. It is clear that Kiara and Mor did the song justice. Never stop shining." When it came to Kiara Vega and Mor Ilderton, this particular occasion was more than just a combat round. Rather, it was a defining milestone in their own artistic careers. Not only had they discovered their unique abilities, but they had also discovered the transformational potential of working together, all thanks to the direction of Michael Bublé. By working together, they had produced something that would live on in indelible memory, demonstrating that when ability, passion, and heart are all in harmony, magic can occur.